another cultivar. It's got an NL here, so it means it's not listed. Maybe it's this fellow here, and there are 3 of them here. And there's another one over there in the Louise Weeks garden. And I usually like to show you the species first, and then show you the cultivars, but since we're here, we'll do the cultivar first. This is Picea abies Acrocona. Picea abies is probably one of the most popular species of spruce that is planted in Ontario. It is not native, it's Norway spruce, so it's a European species, but it is commonly planted to probably the same degree as our own native species, Picea glauca. This obviously is a cultivar of it. It's called Acrocona. It's unusual. This one actually came from Jack Parker's garden. When Jack quit the nursery business, he had a lot of big plants in his garden, and we went in with a tree spade and took them out. So this was one of them, and then we planted a couple of others beside it. And you might look at this and you can say, this doesn't really do anything. The first time I saw it, because we have one in the cuddy garden that I actually moved behind the windbreak to hide it because I thought it was an ugly plant. And then years later, I kind of saw its redeeming qualities and dug it up again and moved it. And then it's been moved since. So the poor thing has been moved 3 times out of the cuddy garden. It's doing well. Is Acrocona. And now Acrocona refers to the cones. And the cones are usually on the tips. And these cones, when they come out in the spring, are a burgundy color. Really, really quite intense. So all the tips of the plants are covered with these burgundy colored cones. And it's got this kind of unkempt weeping habit. That's it. Cool.
Sweet.
So plants like this can be used as a ground cover. We've used them here as a mass on this corner. Or you could use it as an individual specimen, although it's not really defined enough to become a really unique accent plant. Right? When you look at it, you'll see that when we look at Picea abies, and you look at this, you'll think that initially it is Picea pungens, because it's got a bluish tinge to the needle, and the needles are quite stiff. Picea abies has got one of the softer needles of the main 4 spruce groups, and they're really quite a rich dark green. So this has got a bluish tinge to it, and when you grasp the needles with the palm of your hand, they're really quite stiff, and you pull back on them. Right? So it's really, really quite rigid. But the characteristic is the form and the red cones in the spring. Beautiful when it's covered in cones. This plant, if you were to buy this somewhere, Jack donated it. It's probably worth, I don't know, $1,000 for this specimen. Yeah, yeah. The size, maturity of it. Yeah, Jack gave us quite a few of this Calotropis intensis lutea. This Picea pungens here. I felt like this is yes. So, I think we have that on our